Hey Chief, welcome back. Today we are going to compare AWS with Cloudflare. And just to give you a TLDR, if you don't want to watch the whole video, just go shut up and just go use Cloudflare, okay? Don't use AWS if you don't have a bank in your pocket, okay? This is the whole motive of this video. If you want to leave, you can leave right now. But if you want to dig deeper to understand my thinking and my thoughts, why I believe Cloudflare is going to be the next big thing in the cloud market. So first, let's see why I hate AWS so much. Like, my every nerve burn for it. So this is the bill I received from AWS for the past month, November 1 to last November month from 2024. And you can see the amount here, the second line, charges, and it is $1,081. Just 2 minutes silence, okay? For those who think AWS is cheap, okay? 2 minutes silence for those who think AWS is cheap. $1,081 just for the one service. This is just for one service that was sitting idle for the whole freaking time. Can you imagine? The service that I used was RDS, their database, relational database service. I sneakily just left an instance turned on because the UX is so terrible that they don't let you know the service is running. They don't send you an email. They don't let you know the service is running, and it is idle. Most importantly, it is idle. Like, you are such a big cloud company. You know what services are sitting idle, what services are being used, okay? So my service was sitting idle for the past 30 days. Like, no queries were run, nothing, no single nothing, just whole butterfly, okay? And they didn't bother to tell me, okay? And what they did bother to email me is this bill. All I received from Cloudflare in the past year was this bill saying that you have a RDS service turned on and your bill is $1,081. But luckily, I just applied for Cloudflare AWS Startups program and I got accepted, which deducted $1,000 from it, and I only have to pay like $95. But that also I didn't pay because I'm not responsible for this. You are. Cloudflare, I'm not talking to you guys, you're good. Okay, so what I did is I just contacted AWS's team, and like after 6 hours of discussion, understanding what my problem, my situation, they just deducted the bill, and I promised myself and them that I won't look at AWS ever again unless I have a bank or investors behind me, backing me to just use this thing. If you are an indie hacker or solopreneur, make sure you know how to use AWS before diving in. But if you don't know, we have got you covered. I'm here to bring you Cloudflare, nothing. Cloudflare is like the big daddy of AWS, you can say. Let me share you this image where it's clearly mentioning what Cloudflare offers and comparing it with AWS, right? So these are the AWS services you could use for this stuff, and these are the Cloudflare services you could use for these stuff. So okay, if that's clear, you must know what they both offer and what is the alternative for S3, alternative for Amplify, RDS. This is really bad. Okay, why I say use Cloudflare is they are 30 to 300 times cheaper than Cloudflare. Cloudflare offers one service for $1,000, but AWS offers $1,000. Oh my god, I'm getting it wrong every time. AWS charges you $1,000 for one service, but Cloudflare charges you $5 a month for their workers paid plan. And beyond that, if you exceed their limit given the $5, you will also be charged something that is very cheap. There you go. The free plan, first of all, let's see the free plan. If you're a brokies or a student, the free plan offers you 100 requests of workers every single day. 2 minutes silence for those who say Cloudflare is expensive. If it's expensive, you could also apply for Cloudflare Startups program. They are actually running it right now, and they recently started it, and the acceptance rate is above 99%. Means every newbie or everyone who builds a startup could get accepted in it, and the minimum they will get is $1,000 in Cloudflare credits. They could utilize it for anything. Like dumb like me could get it. Why not the smart people like you? Like, I have received $1,000 in credits from Cloudflare. Sorry, not for 1,000. It's $5,000. $5,000 from Cloudflare, and I'm using using every single service from Cloudflare. Nothing is left behind, okay? I'm utilizing it to its core. I'm using domains enterprise plan, I'm using workers paid plan, I'm using the D1, the KV, everything. Nothing is left because how good they are. The integration, it's like Apple ecosystem. The Cloudflare ecosystem is like Apple ecosystem. So you can read this if you are not dumb. I won't explain this to you. If you're still dumb, then you should not use these services. Just go stick to AWS and see what happens when you receive invoices like those. So I was charged, if you see here, I was charged like $4 a month for using this database, and I legitimately exploited it. I was running, like, if I show you, I was making in September 3 million and nearly approximately 2.4 million entries to my database, because I was working at an internship where I had to deal with forecasts. So forecast the data and I need to plot them in a graph manner. So like there were nearly 2.4 million entries in my D1 SQL database, and Cloudflare only decided to charge me. And you can see the rows read, guys. You can see the rows read. Like it's 5.79 million. You see, they only charged me $4.76 for the month of September when I write like 600 million entries. If this was Cloudflare, they would have asked you for your property. Okay, you remember that. 600 million entries, read and write, like snapping fast with that as well at top of that, and they only charge you $4.76. So it's your wish to decide which to choose and what to choose, Cloudflare or AWS. But if you are interested in Cloudflare and if you want to learn how to integrate Cloudflare in your workspace or something, I created a tutorial on how you can integrate Next.js with Cloudflare and use its services. I will create in-depth videos on how I'm utilizing Cloudflare and what services are such like GOAT and what services are not. We will be covering everything. If you need that video, please let me know in the comments, and I will let you decide whether it's AWS is good or Cloudflare. Whatever you choose, make sure you have the money to pay for it. And I'm not a fan of Cloudflare. I'm a huge fan of Cloudflare, and this video is not sponsored by anyone. I do what I do because I say what I say because it proved me. It made me fall in love with its services. Okay, that is it for this video, guys, and I hope you stay coding and building something. Bye bye, chief.